They tore me down in my own home. I used to think awkward family dinners were just part of adulthood. But last Thursday, that wasn't awkward. That was clarity. Like the universe slapped me across the face and said, "Girl, look around." And I did. Every Thursday, Kieran's parents come to dinner. Not because it's fun, because he says it's good for the kids. And yeah, we have two, both under 10. They love their grandparents, even if those same grandparents treat me like a glorified housekeeper who lucked into the family. I've always smiled through it, kept the dinner simple, pasta bake, some veggies, nothing fancy, just enough to feed the kids and end the day. This time, William, Kieran's dad, came in already puffed up like just walking into my house was an act of charity, sniffed the air like he was detecting a gas leak, squinted at the casserole dish like it had insulted his bloodline. The kids laughed. That only made it worse. He stabbed his fork into the food and muttered, "This the best you can do?" I was already holding my breath, ready for it. But Kieran, he smirked, and said something like, "Well, she didn't marry me for my cooking, just my last name and non-existent trust fund." Big laugh. Spoiler alert, we're behind on car repairs and argue over replacing the dryer. I said, "Can we not do this in front of the kids?" And this man, my husband, cut me off with, "Maybe if you put half as much effort into our marriage as you do into feeling sorry for yourself, we'd have a decent meal." Dead silence. Alexa, his mom, sipped wine and retreated into her phone like her life depended on it. The kids stopped talking completely. My daughter stared at her plate like it might protect her. William wasn't done. He launched into a rant about my job, how working from home as a designer was cute, but real women focus on the home. My mom worked full-time. Our home was clean, we were loved, and no one ever implied she wasn't real enough. Then it got personal. My clothes. "Leggings aren't pants," he said. "Back in my day, women cared about how they looked. I was wearing leggings because I'd spent the whole day running errands, cleaning, and playing school email tag. Didn't realize I needed to dress for the Met Gala to serve pasta to people who hate me." Kieran just picked at his plate like he was judging a cooking show. I tried to keep things light for the kids. Asked if they liked it. My daughter started to say yes. William cut her off. "Of course she does. Kids don't know any better." I wanted to scream, throw the dish across the room, but I didn't. I was too damn tired. So I scrolled my phone, numb, texted my sister, "Kill me." She sent back a meme. I didn't even crack a smile. William kept going, bashing my generation, saying if I'd been raised in his house, I'd have been sent packing. Kieran? He laughed, like belly laughed, like it was the funniest thing he'd ever heard. That was the moment, the click. I looked at him and thought, I don't know this man. I don't recognize him. I know he wants his dad's approval, but this? At my expense? I got up to clear plates. Needed a task. Alexa glanced at me and said, "You look upset." No kidding. I didn't respond. Didn't slam the plates, but I wasn't gentle either. Kieran muttered, "You gonna cry?" I said, "I'm fine." He rolled his eyes. After dessert, I let the kids disappear with their tablets. Whatever. Screw screen time tonight. Alexa tried to chat about the weather. William complained about the state of the world. Kieran, with zero awareness, asked, "What's for dinner tomorrow?" I almost laughed. "Ask your dad. Maybe he has recipes." He didn't like that. I went upstairs and locked the bedroom door. It's a habit now. I laid in bed scrolling TikTok out of spite. Kieran eventually came in, changed, and climbed into bed like we were fine, like nothing happened. I stared at the ceiling, wondering how you come back from that, wondering if I even should. I thought about packing bags, taking the kids, just going somewhere. Not forever, just the weekend. But even that felt exhausting. I didn't know if I'd be running away or finally taking a step forward. People would say, "That's just in-laws," or "Kieran's stressed," but I knew better. This wasn't just one bad dinner. This was them, all of them, showing me exactly where I stand. And I finally saw it. They tore me down in my own house, made me feel like I was the problem, like leggings and pasta define my worth. And Kieran looked at me like I embarrassed him. His mom? She's been letting this happen for decades. And me? I've got my flaws. I wear comfy clothes. I scroll my phone too much, because I'm not the woman who sits and smiles through it anymore. Not after that night. Click the full story to see what happened next.